Okay, here's the channeling for today, November 20th, 2020. I was just speaking with a guide and I was asking about what we can expect for the rest of the year, or like how to navigate the energies that are going to be coming in. And the imagery that I've been given is it's like the Phoenix Rising energy. It's like birthing your new self. I tried to come up with a really nice way to describe this because it's not like as intense as a flame, and it's also not as intense as being like hosed off with a pressure washer. It's more like like being in an air tunnel or something like that. It's very gentle, but also very powerful. So in a way, it's kind of like, you'll have these patterns or these old ways of being that are going to come up, and you can just like have a look at them and be like, oh yeah, I see that. That's just a pattern that I've been engaged in, but that's all it is. It's just a pattern. It's not who I am, so I can just let it go. And we're going to have a lot of opportunities to do this in the next couple of months where, situations may arise and they may look like those kinds of patterns, or you may recognize that, especially since we're going into the holiday season and we're going to be meeting up with our families maybe, or in lockdown, having experiences in both kinds of scenarios where we'll see something that's happening and you can just kind of take a step back and be the observer for a minute and just kind of see this pattern that everyone's been like kind of locked into, or that you've been locked into, and then be like, oh, it's just a pattern, but I don't have to believe that this is what's happening. It's like an internal blueprint that got put on there. It's like a memory. It's very weird. How do I describe this? I always like to go back to that idea of the flickering flame in Buddhism. Like in each moment, we have an opportunity to recreate ourselves. We can be somebody different in every moment. We don't often feel like that because the same things kind of happen to us all the time, or we get stuck into the rut of our routine. But this year we haven't really been, our routine's been shaken up enough for us to realize that these patterns and things are internal, being projected out on the external. And so what we have an opportunity to do now is to take those internal patterns and transform them and choose something different. We can choose to believe the old patterns and then like continue to ride in that reality, but it feels off to me. It feels like, wait a minute, is this really what's happening? Is what I think's happening actually happening, or is this a new understanding of it? It's like when you change your perspective of something, it's not like the outside version of that actually changes. It's the inner world that changes. And then we have an opportunity to kind of see around our own edges and create something new. So we can choose to experience it in a different way. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. It's letting go of attachment. That's the other thing that's been coming through, is just letting go of attachments. You find yourself getting attached to an idea or a place or a person or a thing or anything like that. Take some time to meditate and let go of that attachment. Ask yourself, who am I? Who am I without this? Who am I? That's a damn good question. The imagery that I got today when I asked that question was like, we're like, human beings are kind of like prisms, right? It's like we see this reflected in the chakra system. So if human beings are kind of like prisms, and let's say an experience is like a beam of light. So when this beam of light hits the prism or the human being, it fans out into these different colors. And so you have like a more rich flavor to the light that's happening. Like we slow it down and we slow down the experience to the point, and then we can really truly like understand and digest and describe it and experience this like on a totally different way. And that, I think, is the essence of what I'm trying to get across. It's like, you're not the same person all the time. There's many aspects of our personalities that we can transcend or let go of. So this is going to be a time of like letting go of your identity attachments to bring forth a new you, like a new version of you. And I think that it's really important right now to just kind of like ask yourself, like, who am I? Who am I in this moment? Who am I in this moment? And who do I want to be? What did I come here to do? And just step into it. Just step into it. Yeah, I think that's it for today.